Greetings, Pokemon fans, and welcome back to Polar Wolf's Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're doing a playthrough of Pokemon Crystal using Furret. This is an optimized playthrough. Let's go and watch this first battle against our rival. His name is Triple Question Mark, as per tradition. We gave our rival a Chikorita. It's the most bulky of the starters, and there really isn't a great starter to use, so might as well just use the bulkiest one. And we named our Pokemon Waffles because of its color scheme. Tan like the waffles or pancakes, and brown like the syrup. We get a pretty easy win over our rival, and we'll move right on to the next route. We'll talk a little bit about what we did in this playthrough. This is an optimized playthrough, so we can do a couple things. One, we start out fully evolved. We don't have to worry about evolution. And two, we can pick an egg move. We can also optimize this as best we can and use the correct hidden power and so on and so forth. In the first playthrough we did with this Pokemon, it was like the 5th video I ever did with Pokemon Crystal, and it was not very good. We made some very big blunders. I made a really bad choice of hidden power. That's the first blunder we had. The second blunder that we had was we also used Amnesia for like a good portion of the game, and unlike Gen 1, Amnesia works differently in Gen 2. In Gen 1, there's only special, so when you use Amnesia, it ups your special, which ups your attack and defense. In Generation 2, they split it off as special attack and special defense, and Amnesia only ups your special defense. So I'm playing this whole game. Last time I played through this Pokemon, through most of the game I have Amnesia, and I'm using it completely incorrectly. So we're not even going to bother with that in this one. This is a way to right the wrongs and kind of give this Pokemon a much fairer representation. Now, the other thing we can do in this is add an egg move. And this is where I've kind of made it, I'm kind of changing my opinion on egg moves, is we should pick the one that makes this Pokemon as OP as possible. Because that is the point of the optimized playthrough, is to make this Pokemon as strong as possible. And we did not choose the correct egg move for that. We could have used Slash or Double Edge. Both of them would have been very powerful to have to start the game. However, we chose Pursuit because I'm like, well, the second rival battle, blah, 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 it's going to be useful for that. However, I could just use Mud Slap for the second rival, which, you know, pretty much, I think I should just end up doing that. But it is what it is. This is an optimized playthrough, so we're fixing a bunch of these things, and we can still optimize this Pokemon even more. So just remember that when we finish this off. We went through the entire route and went straight into Falconer's Gym. Didn't even bother with Bellsprout Tower. So we're going to get a 3-hit knockout on the Pidgey. Very good. And we're at level 9, which is probably one of the lowest levels I've gone into this battle with. But with 3 hits with our quick attack, we knock out Pidgeotto. We get the win at level 10. Beat Falconer, get the Zephyr badge, and we'll move right on to, I believe we're going into the cave, yep. And we're in the cave, and we're going to pick up a move right here called Swift. Swift is a 60 base power normal move, and it's going to add it to our moveset and give us a very, not really a very powerful attack, but pretty powerful this early in the game. We did backtrack and get the Pink Bow as well. That's why we have a 10% boost to quick attack right now. It is quick attack 60 base power with stab, but you add 10% whenever you add the Pink Bow. So now we're going to go ahead and face this fight right here. This fight right here, didn't have to fight it. It's Hiker, I think it's Hiker Anthony. And Hiker Anthony, the reason why I fought this is because of the experience. We need a couple more levels. We are kind of a weak Pokemon. I don't know if you've looked at the stats of this Pokemon or watched my prediction video. The stats of this Pokemon are not great. We have very low defense and special defense, and we don't have a great special attack. Our best stat is our speed, and our second best stat is just our attack speed. But we beat Hiker Anthony, got the experience, and moving right on through Bugsy's gym. And we're just super simulating these. I do actually fight these battles, but it just makes it like we run through. And now we're going to go ahead and face Bugsy. Bugsy is going to come out with a Metapod. We're going to go for Swift. It's a one-shot, very good. Critical hit there, don't know if that mattered, but we did critical hit and knock it out. But Kakuna, it's a 2-shot, so it probably would have been a 2-shot on the Metapod if it wasn't critted. So now we're going to go for just straight up Swift. I think with Swift enough, unless you got Fury Cutter going, we're going to get a 3-hit knockout. Very good. We beat Bugsy pretty handily. We level up to level 19. And we're going to leave this battle and go right into usually one of the more difficult battles of the playthrough, which is facing our second rival. He has a Ghost-type Pokemon, which for normal types is usually can be pretty bad. But in this case, we have Mud Slap and Pursuit. And Pursuit will not one-shot, however, we'll get a 2-shot, so he doesn't do anything to us, paralyzes, confuses us, nothing like that, puts to sleep, nothing. Zubat gets one-shot by Swift, and then Swift looks like it'll be about a 3-shot on the Bailey. If we get poisoned, not a big deal, but we get the win over our second rival battle. We're well in control here at 13 minutes. We're doing pretty well with a normal type Pokemon. We're going to pick this, talk to this guy with green hair, and he's going to give us the the TM for Headbutt. And now we're going to go pick up the TM for Dig. And now we have Headbutt and Dig, two things going to help us with the next gym leader. Well, it can help us, but Dig we don't actually use. If you can use it, if you know Miltank gets rollout going, you can actually use Dig to break its combo. So that's the use right there. But we're going to go ahead and face Whitney. Whitney is a normal gym leader, so beating her will give us a big boost to all of our moves. Headbutt is our go-to move right now. It's 115 with stab, 100% accurate. Can make the opposition flinch, like right here. I think it makes it flinch. Yep, and there's a flinch. Get the win, get the knockout. Whitney's pretty easy. And now we get a 10% boost to all of our normal moves. That's why as soon as we walk out here, now Headbutt is 129 base power, quick attack 74, and it's just makes our moves just that much more powerful. And we're going to move right on to Sudowoodo, the rock tree thing blocking our path. We don't really have a great option here. He acts as a good move against us. He has low kick. So, yeah, that move wasn't great. Dig, it looks like Dig's going to be a little bit better. Low kick does a decent amount of damage, but we get the knock out Sudowoodo, and move right on to the Lick of Rage, where we got to pick up one more TM to get this playthrough kind of finalized and get all of our moves, and that is TM10, which is Hidden Power. The Hidden Power we chose in this one is Flying type, and I'll go over a little bit of that here in a minute. But what I like to do while we're with the Komodo Girls, talk a little about the channel, about a little bit of the asking for the business, so as they say. So if you like Pokemon playthroughs and you like this video, make sure you like, make sure you comment. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you share with your friends, and most of all, make sure you subscribe. Subscribing shows me that you're willing to come back and watch more, and it shows YouTube that, so it funnels more videos to you and funnels my videos out there to more people. So if you like all those things, you like Pokemon, you like seeing these playthroughs, like seeing these challenges, like the analysis, whatever you want to call it, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You'll get notifications every time I post a video. And every time I post a video, it's usually 3 times a week. One's a prediction, one's a playthrough of Pokemon Blue, and then there's the playthrough from the prediction on Fridays. And then every other week, you pretty much got an optimization where Pokemon's fully evolved. So you get to see what the Pokemon looks like starting out with its base form and starting out fully evolved with as many advantages as you can give it. So that's what I want to ask you guys to do. Make sure you're doing that. And let's go ahead and go into our third rival battle. Third rival is going to come out with a Haunter. Haunter's going to go down to 1 Dig. Dig hits it, 1 shot, very good. And then Magnemite's going to come out. We're going to hit it with Dig, 1 shot, very good. And then we have 2 Pokemon left, which is Zubat and we have Bayleaf. Zubat will go down to 1 Headbutt. Bayleaf is pretty bulky, so I don't know if Headbutt will 1-shot it, but Fire Punch looks like it's going to be a 2-shot. Might as well just gone for Headbutt and see if we get the flinch. But nonetheless, we get the win over our rival. We're going to move right on to Morty. Morty is the Ghost Gym Leader, and he's going to come out with a Ghastly, a Haunter, a Gengar, and a Haunter. The Gas is pretty easy. Good to go for Hidden Power. We chose Hidden Power Flying, and I'll go over that here in a minute. Hidden Power Flying on the Haunter, very good. Dig is going to be a 2-shot. We don't get the knockout, but also we do not get hit by Hypnosis, which is good for us. And then Haunter's the last Pokemon. Should have gone for Dig here just to get the guaranteed 1-shot. And we're out of power points, but we just move on the Fire Punch. Get the win over Morty. Pretty easy win. And now I want to talk a little bit about what we chose on Hidden Power. So in the last playthrough, we chose Hidden Power Psychic. Not bad, but it wasn't great either. There's no way to boost it with a held item or with anything else, with a gym. But now, I'm going to go ahead and pause this for 2 seconds. We're going to talk about Hidden Power Flying. Hidden Power Flying is great. Because 1, Hidden Power Flying is 70 base power. So that's going to be very useful against fighting type Pokemon. That's ultimately what the Hidden Power does. It's going to help with our weakness, and our weakness is fighting type. What we're also going to have happen, because you beat Faulkner, you get a 10% boost in any flying type move. So right there it went from 70 to 78. And now we get another 10% boost because we were holding the Sharp Peak. It gives a 10% boost to all flying type moves. So that's what we're doing right now. And it's going to make this battle a lot simpler than it did in the previous playthrough. So this battle is going to come out with a Primeape, and we're going to just erase both these Pokemon very quickly. Primeape's a 1-shot. Poliwrath is a 1-shot as well. Get a very easy win over Chucky Boy. Hidden Power Flying, like I said, is going to make this Pokemon a lot better. And now we're going to go help Ampharos and give him his medicine. He feels so much better. He flashes us. And now we get to go chase Jasmine to her gym. And we're going to go and face her. And can come out with Magnemites and a Steelix. We honestly could have used Dig for the Magnemites. We didn't have to actually get Fire Punch. But here's the thing. Dig wouldn't have been as effective. It would have been okay, but it wouldn't have been as effective on the Steelix. So Fire Punch, not Hidden Power Fire. Fire Punch is a 2-shot on the Steelix. Beat Jasmine, get a pretty easy win, and move right on to the Lake of Rage. We're going to fight a hulked out Gyarados. We still have Headbutt, so Headbutt seems to be the most go-to move here. Might get a Headbutt, might get a flinch, I'm sorry, but 2 Headbutts gets the knockout. I'm going to move right on to this conversation we have with this guy who's out here LARPing with the cape, going, "I'm Batman." And every time he does that, it's what I think of. So hopefully you think of that now too when you see Lance. And now we're going to face Price, the Ice Gym Leader. He's supposed to be an Ice Specialist. However, he has 2 Water-type Pokemon who have no real moves that are Water-type to help counter some things. But we 1-shot both the Seal and the Dugong. And we're going to go for Fire Punch. And we do not get the knockout on Piloswine, but we get the 2-hit. and we get a win over Price. And after we beat Price, we're going to move right on to our next rival battle. And our next rival battle is rival number 4. He's going to lead out with a Golbat. Now we added Ice Punch, and we have our return. Our moveset now is Return, Hidden Power, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch. Ice Punch one-shots the Golbat, and Magnemite comes out. Fire Punch should one-shot it. Very good. Haunter should come out, and we're going to go ahead and go for Hidden Power. It's not going to be a one-shot. It's going to be a 2-shot. Maybe Dig would have been the one-shot. That probably would have been the best route. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have Dig anymore. Return would have been the one. Nope, Return wouldn't have hit it. So that was the best move. So there we go. Okay, and we got Meganium come out, and we freeze it, so we get a pretty easy win over our 4th rival battle. And we're going to go right out of that rival battle and go take on Claire, the Dragon Gym Leader, the Dragon Specialist, I should say. We're going to save just to be safe, and we're going to go ahead and go for Dragonite. Now, in my prediction video, I said the Dragonites and the Dragonairs are going to be ranges. And the first Dragonair is a one-shot, the second Dragonair is not. And they are the same level. They have the same exact stats across the board, but that range puts us in a position where we're paralyzed rather than being in control of the fight. And now watch, Ice Punch will one-shot this one. So it's very inconsistent. We do not have a great special attack. I said that before, and we'll say it again. I'll reiterate it. So this Kingdra is going to keep going for heals. And if we can just hit another return, we'll get a knockout. Very good. That battle is a lot more complicated than it has to be. And you're going to see the battle with Lance is also way more complicated. So we're facing a final rival battle. It's going to come out with Sneasel. Return one-shots to Sneasel. Very good. Then we have Golbat. Golbat gets one shot by return as well. Very good. Magnemite comes out, and this is why we kept Fire Punch, is so we can knock out the Magneton. I'm sorry, Magneton, not Magnemite. We knock out the Magneton in one go. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice. I keep saying Hidden Power Ice. Ice Punch, there we go. And now with our final Pokemon in Kadabra, we hit a return for a one-shot. I'm sorry, God bless. Final 2 Pokemon. I'm really tired right now. Ice Punch will 2-shot. We get another freeze. We beat our rival. I'm going to move right on to the Elite Four. Now that we're in the Elite Four, we're going to go ahead and go over a little bit of things about this Pokemon before we dive right into the Elite Four. The first thing I want to dive into is our held items. The first one is Never Melt Ice, gives a 10% boost in ice moves. The second item is the Pink Bow, gives a 10% boost in normal moves. And the third item, which will coincide well with our Hidden Power, is Sharp Beak, which gives a 10% boost in flying moves. The moveset for this Pokemon going in, I don't think I'm going to change this up at all, is Return, Hidden Power, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch. So that's our moves, and let's go over the stats really quick. The stats going in are not very good for this Pokemon. Attack is 117, Defense is 106, Special Attack is 90, Special Defense is 100, and Speed is 134. On the bottom left corner, you can see that the stats are modified with the badges, so that's what they are accurately going into the actual fights with the Elite Four members. So we're saving up, and we're going to go ahead and face the first member of the Elite Four, which is Will. Will is the Psychic Gym Leader, or Psychic member, I should say, of the Elite Four. He's going to come out with Xatu. I think Return will one-shot the Xatu, not a problem. Jinx will come out, also one-shot, not a problem. Executor with a boosted Ice Punch. We're going to hit Executor. We don't do a lot of damage to him, but we do enough to get a 2-shot. Very good. And we don't have a great answer for Slowbro. We just got to go for Return. It's the most powerful move. I guess I could have added Thunder Punch, but then I had to delete one of the moves I had, and I just don't think it's worth it. So we get the knockout over Slowbro with a couple returns, and now Return on the Xatu. It's a one-shot. We get the win over Will. We're going to move right on to Koga. Now, Koga is the poison expert in the Elite Four, and he's going to lead out with his Ariados. Ariados should go down to 1 return. Very good knockout. Venomoth is going to follow up. Return should also one-shot the Venomoth. Very good. Now, Fortress is very bulky, so we're going to go for Fire Punch, which is also one-shot. It's 4 times effective. Get the knockout over Fortress. And now Muck comes out. Muck will come out. We hit a return. It looks like it's going to be a 2-shot. Very good. We have the last Pokemon, which is Crobat. It's going to be Trolly. I know it is. He's going to troll, and it's going to heal. It always does. There's the heal. And now we hit return again, but this time we get a critical hit, and we get the knockout over Koga, beat him, and move right on to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much, but Bruno's actually would be a confident battle if we didn't have Hidden Power flying. Returns a one-shot, Hitmon top, very good. Hitmonlee, Hidden Power flying, knock it out one go, very good. Hitmonchan, knock it out one go. Nope, it's going to be a 2-shot. It gets a priority Mach Punch over us. I'm sorry, it wasn't a 2-shot, it was a 1-shot, but it gets a priority Mach Punch over us. And we return, it's a 2-shot on the Machamp. Luckily, it didn't get by Cross Chop there. And the last Pokemon is an Onix. Onix goes down to 1 Ice Punch. Get the win, very easy win over our rival. We save up and we're ready for Karen. Now, Karen's usually where we get our first reset in the Elite Four. Let's go and see how this battle goes. So for starters, we go for Return. Return will be a 2-shot. Knocks out the Umbreon, very good. We also got hit by Quick Attack, so our accuracies drop by 1 stage. So we're going to go for Hidden Power Flying, hoping for the one-shot because it is the most boosted move we have. Even though the thing on the left says Ice Punch is still the most effective move. Not a big deal, we get the knockout. And then our final Pokemon we're going for is Ice Punch on the Gengar. Gengar does poison or does curse himself. So we're on the clock here. If we keep knocking stuff out, we're fine. Curse could really eat up some of our damage. And now Houndoom comes out and we're going to miss. Houndoom doesn't really do a lot of damage to us. We do get burned, but even with a burn, we still have a really effective return, which one-shots Karen and her last Pokemon, getting a first try victory over Karen. And now we're moving right on to Lance, the liar with the flyers. So Gyarados comes out. Gyarados is pretty much a foregone conclusion. We hit him with return, he gets knocked out. Now here's where the ranges really kill us. Dragonite comes out, and even with Never Melt Ice, a boosted 371 power move against Dragonite, who has great stats across the board, just doesn't get the job done. We get paralyzed every time, and we got to get through this without being paralyzed, so hopefully they miss at some point, get the knockout over Aerodactyl. But we have plenty of time in this battle, so I'm looking at the time. I know how long it took, and I know it's going to happen here. We're going to go for knockout. We get a return on the Charizard. We have 1 Dragonite left. We will not go first. Outrage will knock us out. So we go and face this battle again. Gyarados again, not a problem. He's just going to set up Rain Dance, so not a problem. If Charizard came out next, it'd be great because he couldn't use Flamethrower really against us. However, Dragonite comes out. It's still range, so now we are using Return to see if that helps us out. It does not. Although it does kind of prevent the opposition from actually going for poisons, what I kind of noticed. So now Aerodactyl comes out. We'll go for Ice Punch. We are paralyzed again. It has to recharge. We get knocked out. This is really not working out very well in our favor. So we're going to try this one more time. So Gyarados comes out. Return. It's still going to be a 2-shot. Not worried about Rain Dance. It doesn't affect my moves whatsoever. Dragonite comes out. We are really just keep hitting these ranges. So this one's a good range. We actually get the ability to knock out. We do get hit by Thunder Wave, which now we're on the clock again, and we're always going to be deprioritized going first. And Aerodactyl knocks us out. I'm not like, I'm not going to sit down and wait to be knocked out. I'm going to move right on and face Lance again. Return. We actually had Thunder Punch over Fire Punch, so that makes Gyarados a one-shot. Doesn't really help the rest of the battle very much, but Ice Punch gets the knockout over Dragonite. Ice Punch gets knocked out over the second Dragonite. So we're doing a lot better in this battle. I'll give us that. And we get a 2-shot on the Aerodactyl. So that leaves 2 Pokemon left. That leaves Return for the Charizard, which will be a 2-shot. And then we have a decent amount of health going into the battle with Dragonite. So we're going to hit the first Ice Punch, second Ice Punch. Luckily, he doesn't knock us out. I'm Batman. And he gets us over to the Hall of Fame. We got clocking our team, which is a team of 1. So team is Furret, and we beat that game at 1 hour and 4 minutes and 31 seconds. So to compare that with the original playthrough, we beat it at 1 hour and 45 minutes and 56 seconds, which is fantastic. It's great improvement of this Pokemon. I'm glad it got a fair representation on my channel. We wanted to get this done between an hour and 5 minutes. We probably could have done it in an hour and a half, maybe over level a little bit. That would have helped. Or if we'd kept Double Edge or had Double Edge instead of Pursuit. Not bad and not unhappy with this playthrough, but it's only half the battle. We do have to move on over to Kanto and to beat those gym leaders, take on Red. So I'll see everyone in Kanto. With the Elite Four in our rearview mirror, we're going to move right on to the Kanto gym leaders. And I'll be honest with you, the Kanto gym leaders, for the most part, are pretty trivial. They're not really battles I want to commentary on because it's just going to be like one-shot this and one-shot that. So we're going to talk about some other things. What we're going to talk about right now is actually 3 things. First thing is make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share to your friends. The reason why that's important is it helps to get out to more people, helps the channel grow, and the more it grows, the more content I can put out for you, better quality videos. I don't have to rush and get them done at 6 o'clock in the morning before the video needs to be posted at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, which is exactly what the scenario is at this very moment. So with that being said, please do all those things. It really does help out the channel. We're over 500 subscribers. We're striving for 1,000 next. So that really helps. The second thing we're doing is right now we're doing a lot of optimized playthroughs. We have a very difficult Pokemon coming up in Wobbuffet. So rather than play through that and maybe get it to where the point where the video is delayed, I'm going to play through some optimized playthroughs. They're a lot quicker and I can get a lot of those done and maybe get a couple weeks ahead of myself so I can have more time to commit to playing through with Wobbuffet. So you have obviously you have Furret, you have Noctowl coming up, you have Ladian, you have Ariados. There's a couple other ones. Crobat's another one. So those Pokemon are coming up to be optimized, and they're going to be very fun. I'm very excited to play through all those Pokemon, give them an egg move, make them as OP as possible. I really love the format. Play through normal, and then play through with every advantage that you could possibly give this Pokemon, all the knowledge you need about this Pokemon, what moveset fits best, what hidden power fits best, etc., for this Pokemon. And the last thing I wanted to go over is we are doing a bunch of ranking videos in Generation 1. We're ranking who the best of every type is. Now, I'm playing through first, so I'm not just sitting here ranking. I'm playing through and using that as my data points to kind of reinforce my opinions. So we just finished up the Fire Series, for example. The Fire Series is very fun, and I think you'll enjoy it. And you can all probably guess who the best Fire type is in Generation 1. That's not a mystery. But the next grouping we're doing is Fighting type. So that means we're dealing with Machamp, we're dealing with Primeape, we're dealing with Poliwrath, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee. So those are the bunch of Pokemon that we're playing through next. And I think it's a 2-horse race with potentially a third Pokemon maybe jumping in there somewhere. But we're looking at, I think it's a Poliwrath and I think it's a Machamp race. Honestly, Poliwrath has the diversity of moves, Machamp has the raw strength. So that's what we're looking at with that playthrough. And I'm really excited to figure out the results of that. Next, the series after that, probably maybe looking at Flying type. I think that's the next series. We're going with the types that have like not a lot of Pokemon first. That way we can get a bunch of them in and get a video out about it and rank them all. So that's what we're doing right now in the channel. So those are the 2 things we're doing. And then obviously the third thing is like, share, subscribe, all those good things. So we're jumping back into the battle. We just finished up with Janine, and we're going to move right on and face our rival. I'm sorry, not our rival. What we're facing, Red's rival, which is Blue. And he comes out with a Pidgeot. We're going to go for Ice Beam. For Ice Punch. Nope, we're going for Return. Return's not a one-shot. We should have gone for Ice Punch. Not a big deal. We actually went into this battle not fully healed. I didn't realize that until probably about right here whenever we started showing things with like leftovers. So now Rhydon comes out, and Rhydon will go down to 2 Ice Punches. Very good. Get the knockout. He did set up a Sandstorm, which screws me over a little bit. But nonetheless, we're going to get the knockout. Gyarados comes out, Return. It'll be a 2-shot, and then the next Pokemon, nope, it won't be a 2-shot because it keeps healing. And then the next 2 Pokemon, nope, he heals again. So we're not going to talk about the next Pokemon until we actually knock him out. There we go. Get the knockout over Gyarados, and then move right on to the Executor. Executor, we have Hidden Power Flying. It's going to be a 2-shot, as long as he doesn't do anything stupid with his moveset. Very good. And then the last Pokemon is Arcanine. Arcanine, Return, we'll take it down to just below half health. This will be a 2-shot. Nope, no it won't, because we got burned and our attack stats cut in half. So now we have to take a reset, and we're at reset number 4, and we're going to go ahead and jump back into this battle. Return. Again, I didn't learn from my lesson and go for Hidden Power Ice, but it is what it is. So now we're going to try this again. Alright, so we're going to try it again, and we're at the Pidgeot, and the Pidgeot we're going to go for Return. Same thing. We don't get the knockout. We get a little bit of health every time we attack. Rolling back with leftovers. We knock out the Alakazam in 1 turn. Very good. Rhydon comes out. Rhydon. And we're going to go for Ice Punch. It freezes him. We knock him out. Very good. Gyarados comes out next. And Gyarados is going to get it caught in a healing loop, like 5 different heals in a row. Get really close to the knockout. He heals up. And then we get real close to knockout again. And he heals right up. And he gets 1 more. Yep, we get a critical hit. So then we get the knockout. We have 2 Pokemon on the left, which is the Executor. Executor, we're going to go for Hidden Power Flying. It's going to be a 2-shot. Very good. And now Arcanine makes this battle a lot more complicated than it should be. Return is almost a 1-shot. He does a lot with Flamethrower. We get the knockout with the second Return. We win this battle. We beat Blue, and now we're moving right on to Red. And Red is a problem. Pikachu will not be a problem, though. 1-shot at level 75. It's a 1-shot knockout. Very good. Espeon, Return, does a lot of damage, but we don't get the 1-shot. And he hits with Psychic, so now we're down a little bit of health. We did recover a little bit. We hit Dynamic Punch on the Snorlax, so I'm thinking, great, this is going exactly how I had it according to plan. And we're going to 2-shot knockout. We have almost full health. And now we have Venusaur. We're going for Ice Punch, which is stupid. Ice Punch is not the move to go for right now. Now, I was hoping to get like a confusion here. And he hit himself before he hit us. And we can get fully evolved, but not the case. Down 110 base stats. 110 health. And we're going to go for a Thunder Punch on the Charizard. It barely tickles him. we get knocked out on the next turn, and we're going to go ahead and face our red again. So red again, Pikachu, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Espeon, the best thing it could do is do nothing, but it has to pick something. So what it does for us again, it hits us with Psychic. Not the worst thing ever, but actually I think the next battle you see, because we're not going to win this, you're going to see the worst case scenario. So we're trying to go for Dynamic Punch, trying to get the confusion, and so we do take another reset. We're going to go ahead and try this again. Pikachu gets a return. It's a one-shot, very good. And now Espeon comes out, and we're going to go for Dynamic Punch on Espeon, hoping that we can just hit it, and maybe she doesn't actually do anything. But she does hit us, and she does. It's a lot, and we're not going to get a chance to really knock her out without super depleted of our health. And so we go for Shadow Ball, hoping that with like one shot. It does not. We do get the 2-hit knockout nonetheless. We do get a little bit of our kills or our health gained. And we're trying so bad here. We get paralyzed, so we're going to take another reset. And we're going to go ahead and try this battle again. At some point, I'm pretty sure Espeon hits a Reflect. And that really affects our ability to do our strategy against Snorlax. So she just hit Reflect. So now we're going to go into Snorlax with Dynamic Punch not doing anywhere near the damage that you did. Yeah, see exactly. It was doing about half before, now it's doing about a third. And so now we're going to take another reset. We're going to go back. We're going to hit return. Pikachu's a foregone conclusion. Just realize that. It would be great to have a critical hit on Espeon. That'd be the most amazing thing ever, but it's not the case. We do knock out Espeon again, and we're going to take on Snorlax again. And to me, it seems like Snorlax almost never misses getting the paralysis. Whenever it seems convenient for Snorlax to get the paralysis, he pretty easily gets it. So we do knock out the Snorlax, and we're going to move right on to the Venusaur. And we don't have a great option for Venusaur, but Return seems to be the best option. We did hit him with a Dynamic Punch, confusing it. And I think we just got very, very cute with this battle. We just should have gone for certain things. If we just gone for Return, we probably could have won this battle right here at 1 hour and 31 minutes and 48 seconds. If we just went for Return, we did not go for Return. We did not do that smart thing. We went for the Thunder Punch or the Dynamic Punch to try to prevent it from hitting us, which isn't always the case, and it didn't do the job I wanted to do anyway. So we had to take a reset, and now we're back to the Snorlax. We're going to go for Dynamic Punch. And like I said, a 50% move in Generation 1 or 2 might as well be a 0% move. It's really a coin flip. It's legitimately a coin flip where we're going to hit certain attacks. The Dynamic Punch is 50% accurate. So we almost get a one-shot there. God, we were so close. I'm tempted to put the pink bow on with this battle just to get that one shot, but we don't get it. Now we're hit the Dynamic Punch, very good. Snorlax tries to attack us. He ups his defense. We actually get the knockout of Snorlax the way we wanted to. Dynamic Punch makes so Venusaur's confused, and hopefully it doesn't hit us. We'll go for Return. That's the most powerful move we have against him. Hits himself in confusion, very good. That's what we want. Ice Punch, get a knockout, very good. And then Charizard comes out. Don't get cute. Just go right for Ice Punch. Or Return. Go for Return. It's a one-shot. There you go. You don't even have to deal with it now. We're almost at full health going into the Blastoise. And Return looks like it's going to be a 3-shot unless something crazy happens. Nope. Return, Thunder Punch, and Return seem to do the combo. It gets it done. We get the win. We knock out Red's Pokemon. And we get our time clocked in. And basically, wow, 133.31 compared to 215. Not quite 45 minutes, about 42 minutes of saved time. But I'll take that any day of the week, a 45-minute improvement from the previous playthrough. Now, like I said, we do have some advantages. We're optimized. We have all the advantages knowing where the Pokemon's going to fail or struggle or whatever. But I think we took care of business pretty well in this playthrough. Could it be better? Yeah, next time I'll probably just do Double Edge, and we'll have a very powerful move throughout the whole course of the game. But nonetheless, very good improvement. Got under my target of hour and 35 minutes. Got an hour and 33 minutes right on. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out my other videos. Check out my playlist. Have a good one. I'll see you guys next time.